Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Starting out in Richmond today on Sunday, the Richmond Police Department responded to a complaint on Madison Avenue regarding a female on the 8th floor of a building allegedly appearing to be naked and intoxicated. Officers made contact with the subject, who was identified as 53-year-old Michelle Stevens, while she was reportedly partially hanging out of the building screaming at passersby. Police report Stevens was heavily intoxicated with quick, rapid speech and dilated pupils. Stevens was then placed in handcuffs when officers say she reportedly resisted arrest on the way to the patrol car by resisting entry into the vehicle by using her feet and pulling away from the police in general. Stevens then allegedly kicked an officer in the groin and tried to bite another officer. Stevens was arrested and lodged into the Madison County Detention Center on charges of public intoxication, disorderly conduct, second degree, resisting arrest, assault, third of a police officer. It's an interesting story. Well, La Cabana is being recognized by the Four Seasons Garden Club with a Business Beautification Award. The program tries to encourage and recognize those that help create a more beautiful community. With details about the program and the highlights from the winner of the award, here's Austin Hanks.
La Cabana in Irvine is being recognized by the Four Seasons Garden Club with the Business Beautification Award. La Cabana is being rewarded for their efforts in improving the appearance of the community by landscaping and beautifying their property. The goal of the program is to encourage and recognize those that help create a more beautiful community and encourage civic pride. Judging is based on three things: appearance, neatness, and landscaping. Appearance includes maintenance of buildings, sidewalks, curbs, parking lots, and signs. Neatness includes free of trash, weeds, and dirt. And lastly, landscaping includes use of flowers, shrubs, and/or trees. The Four Seasons Garden Club is a member of the National Council of State Garden Clubs Incorporated, and they are recognizing La Cabana for their floral and best color theme display. La Cabana will receive a beautification award sign to display on their property at 214 Main Street in Irvine. For more stories like these, stay tuned to WBON TV Channel 9. I'm Austin Hanks.
Thanks, Austin. What a great story. I love all those flowers and greenery. Looks like that was a well-deserved award there at La Cabana. Well, on Saturday, over 90 motorcyclists gathered at EKU Department of Justice and Criminal Training Complex for the 20th anniversary of the Ride to Remember. The event, which has been organized by members of Blue Knights of Kentucky Chapter 11 Motorcycle Club, aims to pay tribute to fallen Kentucky law enforcement officers and show support to active law enforcement and their families. According to Lieutenant Daniel Deaton of the Richmond Police Department, 96 participating riders entered their motorcycle to ride in a police escort led by the Lexington Police Motorcycle Unit to the Sheriff Sam Cantron Memorial in Pulaski County. The benefit ride began following a special dedication to the fallen officers, which involved live performances of the national anthem and My Old Kentucky Home, as well as a speech by guest speaker Katie DeSimon, widow of fallen RPD officer Daniel Ellis. All proceeds raised at the event will go to support the Kentucky Law Enforcement Memorial Foundation. Well, each year the great pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch that he thinks is the most sincere. That's a quote from Linus, and it's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown classic. Well, Saturday at the Kentucky State Fair, Josh Monin won the Great Pumpkin Award with his entry weighing in at a whopping 1,508 pounds. Last year, Dwight Sloan shattered the Kentucky State Fair's largest pumpkin competition record with a ginormous 1,600-pound pumpkin. To put that into perspective, the average carving pumpkin weighs between 12 and 18 pounds. And if you're wondering, growing a giant pumpkin isn't just a fluke of nature. From seed selection to pruning, ensuring proper soil nutrition, and even making sure the pumpkin receives enough but not too much sunlight, There's a ton of work and expertise that goes into growing a giant pumpkin. A giant pumpkin can put on more than 30 pounds per day. That is definitely a large pumpkin there. Congratulations to that winner. Well, if you're looking for something to do tonight, you can join the Kirksville Fire Department for their annual meeting and cookout. That's tonight at 6 p.m. located at 668 Kirksville Road. Prospective members and applicants are welcome and encouraged to come out to eat and learn about Kirksville and the many opportunities that they offer their firefighters. If you're looking for more information, you can go to kirksvillevfd.weebly.com. And again, that cookout is this afternoon at 6 p.m. at 668 Kirksville Road. Looks like a good time there. Well, the 35th annual Butterball Memorial Race went off this weekend at the Richmond Raceway. The cash prize, worth over $20,000, went home with Canadian driver Ricky Weiss and his number 7 car. The yearly race is named after driver Paul Butterball Woolridge, who was a champion dirt track stock racer. Woolridge was also the original operator of the Franklin County Speedway. There will be more exciting action this Friday night at the Richmond Raceway as the race season continues. Well, a Lancaster man is in jail in connection with a series of thefts that occurred during the early morning hours Friday. During the investigation, the Garrett County Sheriff's Office and the Kentucky State Police identified the alleged thief as 27-year-old Dustin Hensley. He was arrested and charged with multiple offenses, with theft of a firearm, 2 counts, theft by unlawful taking over $1,000, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, criminal mischief, 1st degree. Hensley has been lodged in the Jessamine County Detention Center and more charges are expected. Well, after weeks of flood recovery, there were some signs of normalcy Friday evening in Breathitt County. The Breathitt High School Bobcats opened their football season against McCoffin County on a field that looked like it might be unusable just a few weeks ago. Breathitt County took a hard hit with the floods. This whole area was underwater as well as parts of downtown. Breathitt High School dominated the game, winning 43-0 and indicating you just can't keep a Bobcat down. Congratulations to the Breathitt Bobcats. Well, moving over to Jackson County now, we have reports of a missing juvenile. Her name, Daisha Ober, was 14 years old. She is 4'9". She weighs in at just about 100 pounds with black hair and dark eyes with a dark complexion. She was last seen at 3644 Highway 1955. And if you have any information, you're asked to call 606-287-7121. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got weather coming up and a big ruckus at the State Fair over the weekend. We've got all the details coming up right after this.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Fayette County Corrections is seeking employees who want to work now, and they are ready and willing to help you get started today.
When you first come here, you'll be with me for 5 weeks, and we will teach you the book work, which consists of PowerPoints, some physical activity.
Working at the Fayette Corrections facility is a job you can be proud of.
When I leave at home, I would tell my kids that, hey, I'm going to work to keep the bad guys in so you all be safe on the outside.
Apply today at lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs.
You may think the only way to pay for a nursing home is to spend down your life savings or sell your home. Elder Law Lexington can protect your home and life savings through a comprehensive plan so you can qualify for Medicaid. When there's a plan in place, you can rest assured knowing your estate is handled and your family is covered. Give them a call at 888-4-ELDER-LAW or go to elderlawlexington.com. Their Berea office is now open for your convenience.
Here at Madison HVAC, it is our job to keep you comfortable. We make projects pain-free for homeowners by providing solutions that fix the problem. With upfront pricing and multiple financing plans, no matter what shape your credit is in, there is always a budget-friendly option. Don't forget, we offer free quotes and second opinions. Give Madison HVAC a call at 859-625-1471, and remember, we fix that too.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokedek, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Welcome back to WBON Channel 9, live at 5. Pretty good weekend out there. I had a couple of drizzles at my house, but now it's time for the work week. We've got meteorologist Susie Martin in the Weather Center to let us know what we can expect.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn, from the Madison HVAC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. We do have some patchy fog developing tonight, but overall a pretty quiet evening. Tomorrow we're tracking plenty of sunshine ahead, and we do expect conditions to warm gradually. We're seasonable, though, nothing too unreasonable, I suppose, for this time of the year. I'm not seeing any huge anomalies in terms of our temperatures. But let's go ahead and focus on tonight's forecast. As we mentioned, a pretty tame evening. We've got sunshine, and then overnight we'll start to see some fog developing early in the morning. By about 2, 3 in the morning, we've got some patchy fog that will be possible, and will continue into the early morning hours before the sun rises and begins to really burn that off. We've got low temperatures bottoming out at 61 in Irvine. We've got Lancaster at 62, and pretty seasonable, as we mentioned, temperature-wise across the region. We mentioned that morning fog. Note how by the time the sun rises, it'll really start to peel away the layers of fog and will yield plenty of sunshine throughout the course of the afternoon especially. We'll be warming to around 80 degrees by 1 o'clock and spending the rest of the afternoon in the 80s. Again, nothing too unusual for this time of the year. Pretty decent, quiet summer day throughout. We've got high temperatures peaking at 82 degrees in Winchester. We've got 80 for Mount Vernon, Irvine, up to 82 degrees with widespread sunshine across the region. As we compare these high temperatures to our averages, we're running just a couple of degrees below the norm. But again, not tracking any major anomalies at this point in time. We will be slightly warmer into our Wednesday. Lexington pushing up to 87 degrees, 84 for Frenchburg, and again, widespread sunshine. Now, the long-range temperature outlook, 6 to 10 days out, does highlight a trend where we may be tracking warmer than average conditions to wrap up our summer. So we'll see how that goes from August 27th to August 31st, maybe a bit on the warm side. Here's our extended forecast. We do have storm threats building later this week, spotty in nature into the weekend. Back to you.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a truck crash early Saturday morning on the Mountain Parkway has claimed the life of the driver. Police report the accident occurred near exit 33 in Powell County. Officers say the crash closed all traffic on the parkway while investigators worked the scene. The identity of the driver has not been released. A sad story coming out of Mercer County. The Mercer County Schools community is mourning the loss of one of its students. The school district put out a release on Facebook Sunday morning informing families that Griffin Baker had passed away. Baker, an 8th grader at King Middle School, passed away due to injuries sustained in an ATV accident, according to the school district. Griffin played baseball for the Titans and enjoyed FFA. In an announcement from Mercer County School Superintendent Jason Boer said there will be additional counselors available this week for students and staff as well. Very sad. Well, a disturbance Saturday night caused some people to panic at the Kentucky State Fair and for the fair to close early. According to Kentucky State Police, the incident occurred shortly after 9 in front of the Midway. Investigators say a group of people caused panic with noise-making devices, which led the people at the fair to think that shots had been fired. However, there was no evidence that a gun was fired during this disruption. 3 adults and 6 minors were arrested on charges that included disorderly conduct, menacing, possession of stolen property, and possession of a gun. The fair resumed normal operations on Sunday. Scary sight there. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. What a big weekend we had with high school football. Some crazy games right in our area. We're going to have Michael Watkins with all the details.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
You're invited as EKU holds its Colonel Football Fan Day. This August 27th at the Roy Kidd Stadium. Meet the team, try one of the delicious food trucks, and even purchase your season tickets here. The first 100 people even get free ice cream vouchers. Players will be signing autographs. They have an inflatable zone for the kiddos and EKU-themed giveaways. Experience the spirit of EKU football. Doors open at 5 p.m. with an open scrimmage at 7. You won't want to miss EKU Football's Colonel Fan Day.
WBON TV9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's new and first TV channel, available on Channel 9.1 over the air, Spectrum Channel 712, and on Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Crystal Broadband. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. The Madison Central boys and girls golf teams brought home tournament victories over the weekend, with the Lady Indians bringing home first place in the Heritage Hills tournament on Saturday, and the boys team finishing atop the leaderboard yesterday in the Judy Construction Invitational in Harrison County. With a recap of an exciting night of high school football on Friday, here's WBON TV's Michael Watkins with Monday's Sports Report.
The high school football season got started with a bang on Friday night with an instant classic taking place in Richmond between Madison Central and LCA. After leading the way for much of the game, the Indians gave up the lead on a Javante Emerson TD run with just over 1 minute remaining in the game. The last drive for Madison Central was a wild one. The Indians marched it down the field using the pass game and a run by Brady Hensley to pick up a first down. Then after the game-winning touchdown pass to Jaden West was called back, the Indians had one more chance to secure the victory, and we are right back to their star wide receiver.
Harrison trying to move West around, now trying to change the receiver.
Good.
She'll move West all the way over to the left side, one-on-one with Evan Brown here on the near side. Harrison going to throw in the end zone. West makes the catch! Jaden West, have yourself a night, young man. The game-winning touchdown for the Madison Central Indians as he goes up over Evan Brown to score 6, and the PAT can make this a 4-point ball game.
That TD was the third of the game for West, who played great on both sides of the ball. Jaden went for 6 catches, 74 yards to go along with his 3 touchdowns. He also picked off Cutter Boley from LCA, who looked like the real deal, folks. Boley currently holds offers from Alabama, Michigan, and Kentucky, among others. After an interception early, Hagan Harrison played tremendous in the second half, going 10 of 18 for 114 yards, and all 3 TD passes to West came in the last 24 minutes. Harrison added 77 yards on the ground on 15 carries, and after dealing with cramping issues for much of half number 2, Brady Hensley still carried the ball 23 times for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns, both in the first half. It was such an exciting night for Central fans, and the excitement that came with coming from behind to defeat a team like LCA. It was also win number 300 for Coach Mike Holcomb, who after the game could only brag on the young men who were celebrating around him.
But it feels better for our kids. They played so hard. We got a little tired. They played their guts out and kept on playing. I feel great for Madison Central players. You know, it just said I coached a long time. I've been fortunate to be around I've had a lot of great assistant coaches and a lot of great support and a lot of great players, and I just happen to be the guy in charge. But I love our kids right here tonight.
Central will be back at home next week versus another Lexington school in a rematch of last year's playoff game against Dunbar. In Harlan, the Berea Pirates made the long trip over to eastern Kentucky only to be faced with a lightning delay that paused the game for quite some time. Eventually, the Pirates would drop a close one, 28-22. Yamil Cruz got off to a hot start to his senior season, running for a pair of scores, and Jason Coburn connected with Cody Roberts for a touchdown through the air. Berea will stay on the road again this Friday as they travel to face Nicholas County. And Madison Southern got off to a hot start to the Mark Payne era, but could not hold on to defeat Southwestern as the Eagles dropped their first game of the season, 27-19. After leading 19-0 midway through the second quarter, Southern would be unable to add to their total as the Warriors made their way back into the game. Southwestern scored for the first time with 2:24 left in the first half and would trail 19-6 entering the fourth quarter. The Warriors would score 3 times in that final frame and hold on for the 27-19 victory. Ethan Woods looked good in his first start, throwing for over 160 yards on just 8 completions, and the 2 guys we knew would carry the load offensively for Southern did just that. Jayshon Etheridge caught 5 balls for 137 yards, including a 56-yard touchdown. Stephen Whitehead was doing Stephen Whitehead things, scoring 2 touchdowns and going for 78 yards on the ground. Southern hits the road for the first time under Mark Payne this Friday as they travel to face GRC. We'll discuss all these stories and more from over the weekend tonight on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael. Some great games right here in the area over the weekend. Some heartbreakers as well. Of course, we'll be right back here next Friday for more high school action. Don't forget to tune in. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got more news coming up right after this.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Sundays, join Retro TV for Idle Chat. This new series, hosted by Susan Anton, features intimate conversations with your favorite celebrities from years gone by. Take a walk down memory lane with stars from Happy Days, Leave It to Beaver, The Love Boat, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Lost in Space, and more. Tune in to Idle Chat, Sundays at 8 p.m. on Retro TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON and Channel 9, where every local story starts right here. Moving over to Wolfe County. Wolfe County remains in the red with COVID, and now it's taking a toll on the schools. Wolfe County School Superintendent Kenny Bell says less than 2 weeks into the new academic year, attendance has dropped to just 79%. That means around 240 missed classes. Bell says the virus has spread among teachers and staff as well, and that the absences are taking a toll. Some parents are wanting the school to go to NTI days, but Bell says he would like for the students to learn in person as much as possible. Bell says they are not requiring masks at this time, but they highly recommend students do wear those masks to stay safe. And we do recommend at-home testing as much as possible as well. So good luck to Wolfe County. That's COVID numbers seem to be climbing once again, unfortunately. Well, Lexington police are investigating a shooting that has left one man injured. It happened about 3:30 Sunday morning near the Cheetahs Club on East New Circle Road. When police arrived, they found shell casings, but no victim. A short time later, a male walked into a nearby hospital with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. Police did determine the male was connected to the shooting near the Cheetahs Club, and no arrests have been made in the shooting as police do continue to search for that suspect. Well, that brings us to the end of another Live at 5, but don't forget, tonight is the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins will be there. He's got the model soccer team. He's going to be talking to them. And of course, I'm sure he's going to have more news on those games that happened over the weekend and possibly maybe even a preview to those high school games that are coming up on Friday night. Catch that right here, WBON, for the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. But don't go anywhere right now because we've got the Daily Flash right now. Celebrity news and pop culture. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow.